My name is Mike Martin, and I am the Chief Creative Officer at Jackson Spalding. I've always been really entrepreneurial. Even back, I remember when I was a kid, and I grew up in the Atlanta area in Decatur. I remember specifically wanting a BMX bicycle and telling my dad I wanted it, and it was built in California. He said, "I'll tell you what, if you can earn half the money, then I'll match you dollar for dollar." So I took an old pumpkin bread recipe from my grandmother and started making pumpkin bread. And the next day I sold enough of it to make my half of the bike. So my dad didn't anticipate me being able to make that much money that fast. I spent a lot of my professional career though in the ad agency world as an art director, and then became a creative director. And after many years of doing that, I decided that I was tired of working for other people and wanted to do my own thing. So I started a virtual agency. In the process of doing that, I also started another venture. It was a branded entertainment company. My ulterior motive is I always wanted to write a TV show. I wrote one for Food Network that they loved. Ultimately, it didn't make it through the legal process, but I knew that there was something that I wanted to do with that idea, and so I came up with a food startup, and that's how I met the Band of Coders team. The way that the process started really is we had a mutual friend who had actually used Band of Coders to build his back end on his startup, so the team already came highly recommended to us, which was pretty meaningful to me that somebody who I trusted said, these are your go-to people. But the inception phase for us was really smooth. Our project manager, Abby, was wonderful to work with. Abby led us through a really good process of writing user stories, and we wrote a ton of those together. They're very, very collaborative, and I think I definitely did not look at them as kind of a client and agency or service provider relationship. We definitely looked at it as a partnership. I think part of my DNA is I'm I have an insatiable curiosity. I just love learning. So much of the process was new to me. So just learning the different platforms, learning to decide what to build on and why, for me was fascinating. I would say a couple things. Certainly, you got to check the box for capabilities. They have the capabilities in spades. They knew what they were talking about. Clearly, they were experts. It didn't take long to arrive at that. For me, and maybe it's just the stage I am in my life, I place a lot of emphasis on the quality of people, and I think I'm a good judge of people. And Bobby immediately struck me as somebody who was just so trustworthy and believable and authentic. And Ebby for us is who we probably spent the most time with, and Ebby came highly recommended by the other startup that we talked to and referred us to Band of Coders. And same thing, he's cut from the same cloth as Bobby. He's just such a wonderful guy. And it's easy to talk about the work. It means a lot when they ask you how your kids are doing by name, and they really care about their partners, their clients, and they really feel invested in the success of their partners. And I didn't get the sense it was because it was potential monetary value to them. They wanted because they share that kind of entrepreneurial spirit, and they just wanted us to succeed. I would absolutely use them again. In fact, with the new company that I'm with, I've already got meetings set up with Bobby and Abby and Mark, and they're going to come down and we're going to talk about ways of partnering with them on some of our clients that we have now.